Excellent. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, so if you're seeing my screen, you see 24x plus 48y. The GCF can be, it can be a number only. It could be a letter only, or it can be a combination of numbers and letters. Okay, so we're going to just start out with number only. So when you look at 24 and 48, you want to find the biggest number that goes into both. Now, you don't have to get the biggest number. Like the biggest number is 24. Okay, and if you multiply this in, you get back to the original. So 24 times x gets you back to 24x. 24 times 2y gets you back to 48y. Okay, but let's just say you didn't know that. So you're like, well, I don't know, like 6. You said 6 looks good. So this becomes 4x plus 8y. Can you find a number that goes into both 4 and 8?
2.
2. So 2 is even the bigger. Well, let's just do 2. Let's just do 2 because this is a good exercise because it shows you, like, if you're wrong, meaning like you didn't pick the best number, you just keep doing it until you get the best number. So is there a number that goes into 2 and 4? Yes. 2.
Yeah.
6 times 2 times 2, x plus 2y, which gets you back to 24 times x plus 2y. Now, I would like you to be able to immediately figure out that it's 24, but you know, that's not completely necessary.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so let's look at the next one. Oh boy. Let me make one up here because they didn't give you a good one here. So let's say it's 30x plus 45y.
All right. 5 would be the biggest. No, 15.
I'll try. Good. So I'm glad you see that it did that. There is a bigger one than that, but let's just say you said, oh, that's
5.
And they said, oh, well, is there a number that goes into 6 and 9? Yeah. And what is that?
3.
3. So 3, and that gives you 2x plus 3y. That's 15. Is it clear how I'm getting the numbers on the inside?
Yeah, you just divide them.
You can divide. That also works. Now, let's do 12 next. It's okay if I go out of order here. That's not going to bother you too much.
Yeah, you just do whatever you think's best.
Okay, yeah, this is good. All right, so this one is a number only. What is a number?
2 goes into all of them.
2 goes into all of them. It sure does. So it's 2, 3y plus 6x minus 4z.
And then I guess
It's got to go into all of them, right? So, and so what kinds of numbers should you try here? Well, they're prime numbers: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. You know, kind of thing.
What if I like?
I'm sorry. That's something else. Forget I said that. Like it has to go into all 3 of them. So like, what are the only numbers that go into 3?
3, 1, and 6.
1 and 3. So if 3 goes into 6 but doesn't go into 4, you're done because there's nothing else that works. Okay, so we covered number only. Okay, now we're going to look at letter only.
All right.
And I'm going to go to 3 to do that. So the cheat, the shortcut here, is that you look for the smallest exponent. So what letter do you see here in this example?
I see Q.
You see Q, right. And there's exponent 4, 3, and 1. Which is the smallest?
1.
1. So you factor that out, Q to the 1. Now, I'll just write the answer, and you tell me if we need to go over why this is the answer.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I think so. So I have to find the smallest Q, A, B, X, Y, whatever.
Exactly.
Put it there. And I don't write anything else with it besides just the Q.
Yeah, we'll do some more examples here. So let's say you have a 5x squared plus 16x cubed minus 31x to the fourth. What is the letter?
X, and the smallest is X2.
So you factor that out. Now I want you to figure out what goes in parentheses here, please.
16x to the negative 31x to the fourth power plus 16x to the third power.
Okay,
plus-
wait, hang on a second. What do I put here right here so that when I multiply it in, I get 5x squared?
X squared.
Okay,
5.
so there's like some uncertainty. That's why I'm asking. Let's just say it's x squared. What is x squared times x squared?
X to the fourth.
So it can't be that. Okay.
Oh, so it has to be negative 31x.
No, let's try this. 5. What is 5 times x squared?
5x squared.
So remember you told me earlier, I said, well, how are you figuring these out? Well, here's what you're really doing. And I'll show this off to the side, although you don't want to do this ultimately. Like it's fine if you do it now. You're dividing each of these by x squared. Because remember you said earlier, like, how are you figuring out the number that goes in the answer? You're like, I'm dividing. Like, you're right, you are dividing. What is x squared divided by x squared?
Just
5. What is x cubed divided by x squared?
16x1.
Yes. And what about the last one?
Negative 31x squared.
Good. Okay, let's try another one here.
And then would I have to put it in a particular order or no?
No, that's not important.
Okay.
If
I
your
kind of like
instructor was,
more honestly.
say that again.
I kind of liked it that way a little bit more.
Okay, if you're, and you can do that, it's not good to be writing stuff like that down ultimately, but do it as much as we'll do it as long as you need to for this. So let's try another one here. Let's say it's 91 y to the fifth minus 32 y squared plus 13 y to the third.
All right. So obviously y2 parentheses. Actually, wait, I'll do it the other way since I kind of got that more.
Right. So you said y2, so you're going to divide each of these by y2. Now the thing that you got to be careful of here is not to forget to put that y2 on the outside, but that is okay.
So then minus 32y squared over y squared plus 2. So then you'd have 91 y2 parentheses 91 y3 minus 32 y. Actually, no, it's just 32. No y in it, and plus 13y.
Yes. Okay, good. All right. Now and I'm glad you like doing that way because that will help you. Now, sometimes there are problems where there are two variables. Okay, like this one. And you might think like, okay, actually, I'm sorry. Let me go back up to this list. So there are letter only, but then there's kind of like a 2.5, which is multiple letters. And that's what we're doing next. But it's very similar. So the letter has to appear in all three terms. So what letter appears in, I'm sorry, every term. So there's two here. What letter appears in both terms?
2.
X.
Oh, yeah, x.
What's the smallest exponent of x?
1.
Okay. And what also appears in all three terms? Both terms.
Y.
Y. And what's the smallest exponent?
1.
Okay. So you're going to divide by xy. Okay, and you're going to put xy on the outside.
So 13x plus 14y.
Very good. Okay, so let's see if you can do another one here. Let's go 93 x to the fourth y squared minus 22 x to the third y to the fifth. And let's just do that one. Let's just leave it like that.
Okay, so I guess x you divide it by x3 and y2.
So
then you
x3 y2. So that goes on the outside. Well, let's divide by both.
have 93 x squared and negative 22 or minus 22 y third to the third power.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
the
That's
second
right.
I looked at it, I was like, wait, how'd I get that wrong?
Yeah. Okay. Now the last one, kind of the last one is the combination thereof. And you hear that's number 3. So it's a number and a letter. Okay, so we're gonna look at some. Now we can actually get to doing your worksheet now, which is good. But believe it or not, that 15 minutes will pay huge. You get a huge return on that because
Oh yeah.
you'll say, oh, and I'll just ask questions. You'll give me answers. You're like, so you do this in parts. You got a number and a number. What's the biggest number that goes into both?
3.
3. So that's there. And you've got an x. What's the smallest exponent?
1.
So x to the 1. So you divide both of these by 3x to the 1. You remember to put it on the outside here. What goes on the inside?
3x minus x.
Well, what
1x.
is 3 divided by 3?
0.
No. You have 3 candy and you have 3 friends. How much candy does each friend get?
Oh, 1.
Okay. What's x divided by x?
1.
What's anything divided by itself?
Oh, nothing.
1. No, not nothing.
My bad. Sorry, this is the one.
1. No. Okay, this has to be clear. We're kind of joking about it, and that's good. But x divided by x is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Let's say this was a 6 here, right? What would this be?
2.
Good. Okay. So it's 3x. It's 3x minus 1. Forget about that for a moment. Okay. We're going to do a lot more, but let's keep this going here. So next one here, and I'm doing this in a specific order that I think will help you here. What's the biggest number that goes into 45 and 15?
15.
Okay, and let's say you guessed wrong and you said 5. Okay.
All right.
Now, how many letters appear in both?
1 in both, and the smallest is 2.
So you divide both of these by 5r squared, and you remember to put it on the outside. You tell me what goes in the inside here.
9r minus 3.
Okay, and you look at that and you're like, oh, there's a number that goes into both, which is why you told me 15, right? So what's that number that goes into both?
R.
3 number.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
3. So you divide both of these by 3, and you remember to put it on the outside. Okay. So what goes on the inside here?
3r minus 1.
And this was 15r squared, what you said the first time. So if the point is if you don't guess right the first time, you just keep doing it until you do get it right.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's almost fun in a way.
Yeah. It gets harder, but we'll keep going here. I'm intentionally skipping like 2 for now. We'll come back to that. But try this one, please. Try this one on your own also. Take a minute and see if you can do that one on your own.
Okay, I got T3 parentheses 2 minus 6t squared minus 7t.
What number goes in all three of these?
7.
Okay, 7t
Oh,
cubed.
so I'd have to write 7 with the T3 on the outside.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is here. I'm gonna write the correct answer. Minus 6t squared minus 7t1. Like that. Is that what you got?
Yes,
Okay.
that is what I
Good.
have.
Good. Let's do another one here. Let's do 8. Okay. Let's try this one on your own, please.
All right. Yeah, this is way easier than the way she had us doing it before.
Yeah, what I see on your sheet here, it works, but it's like walking to school when you've got a car. I mean, you get there, but you regret
Just
it.
make it harder for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, I got 11p squared parentheses 5 minus p squared plus 4p to the third power.
Yeah, so 11p squared, 5 minus p squared plus 4p cubed. Is that what you said? I'm sorry, I didn't catch all of that.
Yeah,
And if
that's
it's
exactly it.
okay, great. Now let's go back and look at kind of some odd ones here. We're gonna start with number 2. And this is one of the reasons, like from my perspective, it's like your instructor is doing you a little bit of disservice here, because this coming so early, it's almost hard to understand.
Mhm.
I said that for it to be a GCF, the number, like you're looking at 31 and 6.
Yeah.
31 and 6. Does any number go into all three of those besides 1? No. So it's just there's no number that works in all three of those. Is that okay? Is that clear?
Uh-huh.
Now, what letter appears in all three? Is it an M?
MP. Or no,
No,
P.
just P, right? And what's the smallest exponent?
P1.
P1. So while this looks like it has a lot going on, it actually does not. And because the only thing that's common to all three is P
So is it almost like easier than other ones?
in some ways, but when you see this second, you may not be, you have to go through this progression of looking for numbers,
Mhm.
then letters, and then combining. See how I said, well, look at the numbers, 31 and 6. You're like, nothing. Now look at the letters, but it's got to be in all of them. So P is the only thing that appears in all of them, and then you look for the smallest exponent. So go ahead and tell me fill in what the inside here. You're dividing each of these by P, and then we'll look at another.
30 MP plus M squared minus 6.
Perfect. Okay, let's do another. Now, it doesn't mean that there can't be a letter that appears in all three.
Mhm.
So that's kind of the, me going back on what I just said, but we're gonna look at 11 now. 11 is like that. Go ahead and try this one, please. Find that number and letter, if there is either or both, that goes into all three.
All right, well, would I say AB goes into all three?
Does A appear in all three?
And that would be
Yes. And then does B appear in all three?
yes.
And you look for the smallest exponent. Now, is there a number that goes in all three? 4, 28, and 7. It has to go into all three.
Nope, no number.
No numbers. Yes, it's just A, B.
So then you get 4A plus 28B plus 7.
Yes. Okay. Can we move on to the 8-5 practice?
Yep.
So some of these, I'm gonna just kind of move around to the ones that I think are better for you to do. Interesting. The last three are factor by grouping. I'm guessing you didn't cover that in class.
We. I don't think we did.
Okay.
No, we definitely did not.
All right, maybe we cover that here. All right, so let's look at number 6 here. 36xy squared minus 48x squared y.
I guess there's the smallest would be x. How would I exactly write that out? When I'd say like the smallest would be
Well, first start with the number. You're jumping ahead. 36 and 48. What's the biggest number that goes into both?
the biggest number that goes into both is 12.
Okay. Now, is there an x in both?
Yes.
So you write x. What's the smallest exponent? You got a 1 and a 2.
Yeah.
1. Is there a y in both?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the smallest exponent?
1.
1. So that's what you divide by. That's what you come up with.
And I'd write like GCF next to that.
I mean, if you want, like, yeah, I mean, you don't have to, but that's like when you get down to this step where it's 12xy parentheses, your instructor knows that that's the GCF.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not sure if that's what you're asking, but you don't have to tell your instructor what the GCF is. They know by your work whether you know it or not.
So then I guess 3 y minus 4x.
Great. All right, so it really the two terms are just too easy. It's when you get to 3, and that's what we'll start here with 10. This is where you just get a little bit more challenge. So again, just look at the 3 numbers.
I guess 8 would be the biggest number.
Okay, now you just look at the first letter you see. So there are P in all 3 of them.
Yep, and an R. The smallest is
R.
1 and 1, so P1 and R1.
Okay, so give me the answer whenever you're ready.
So
Take your
then that
time.
would be just 1 minus.
Nope, because you're dividing by 8PR.
Oh yeah, 1 R. And I mean PR.
Yes, good.
1 PR.
Excellent.
Minus 3
P's
R.
cancel. Yep. R
Yeah.
to what power?
Plus 2 R.
Positive 2. Yep. Did you say 2 R squared here?
Yep, I did.
Okay, plus 2 R. Great. All right, let's look at number 11. 11 here.
All right. Five is the biggest, and x. So then it would be 5x on the parentheses. Then it would be x squared y squared plus 2xy plus 5.
Very good. All right, so there are some that are not factorable. And I'll try to give you an example of that. So let's say it's 3xy plus 5xz plus 7yz. And it basically, once you get through your 3 or your conditions, like you first look for a number. Is there a number that goes in all 3?
No, there's no number, but there is.
Is there a letter that appears in all 3? X, no X.
No.
Y, no Y. No Z, no. So nope. How about a letter? Nope. So you're done.
So then that's it.
That's it. So they call this prime. I don't know if you cover that in class,
I have not.
but that's something there. Okay,
Man, I
so
could use some more of those.
all right, so let me snip in some stuff here. Your goals. Okay. So here you go. This is from that your learning objectives for the week. So we covered that.
All right. Sweet. That's
So
all
what,
I've gotten so far.
anything else you want to do during this lesson today? We can certainly move on if you would like.
I mean,
You want to spend a few minutes looking through your notes? Do you want to? It's totally up to you.
I guess maybe we could do like, there's the, I don't know if she has his like factored and she forgot the mark in the T or vertex and standard form. Have we already gone over those?
No, this would be new.
Maybe take a little sneak peek at that
All right, sounds good.
and see what we might need work on.
Yep. All right, so let's say I tell you a quadratic has the following form: 2x minus 3 squared plus 4. This is called vertex form. And vertex form is a x minus h squared plus k. Okay, what is the value of h and k in this line right here? What does h equal and what does k equal?
H equals like -3.
H is just 3.
Oh, because 2 negatives make a positive.
We'll get back to that one. Okay, how about k? What is value of k?
4.
4. All right. So let me make this simpler.
Oh
Here.
wait, there's a, what's it called?
Subtraction.
By the parentheses, so then it would be positive.
Yeah. So let me there's a couple of ways students. So the first way students remembered is what h is they say h is negative of the number inside parentheses. So like they look at this and they say, oh, it's -2, which is 2. And that's typically how it's taught. I don't think that's, I would never teach it that way, but that is how it's taught. And it's fine. It works. Like there's nothing, inherently wrong with it. The correct answer for h is the value of x, which makes the parentheses equal to 0. So if I said x minus 2, what value of x makes that 0? You would say, what value of x when you subtract 2 do you get 0?
-2.
So -2 minus 2 equals 0.
Oh, 2.
2.
Wait, yeah.
And that's why that way isn't as prevalent, because it's not, for some reason it's not as clear as this first way of just negating that.
Yeah, I guess that's just a good example of that.
Yeah. And there's no reason not to learn it way one, because that's what you're going to be taught. It does get confusing because over here you're not negating this, and you start having to learn like, oh, in this way I negate, but in this way I don't, and then you have to start keeping track of that. But that's okay. You will do just fine. So the answer is, of course, is whatever works for you. But I'm going to give you some of these, and I want you to be able to tell me the vertex. Okay. So let's do some examples here. So let's say y equals 4, x minus 3 squared plus 5. I want the vertex, and again, it's a x minus h squared plus k. So the vertex is a point. It's a point h comma k. And the first value h comes from this part inside here. It's the number negated is the first way of learning it.
Okay, so it'd be positive 3.
Yes. And then K is this other number over here.
4.
What's the number over here?
Oh, 5.
Okay. Maybe you didn't see me circling it, but
Yeah,
that's
I don't think I did.
okay. So let's do another example. Let's say y equals x plus, I gotta put a number there. X plus 2 squared minus 5. I want h comma k. So the first value of the vertex is this number here negated.
2.
Negated.
4.
Negative. The negative of this number.
Oh, -5.
You're not seeing this?
-2?
-2. Okay.
Okay.
And then it's the other number here.
-5.
-5. Okay. All right. I can sense either you're maybe getting tired or disinterested or both or other.
Yeah.
Just give me a couple more here.
All right.
I want h.
One. All right. H is 1.
It is -1. So again, like there's two
Okay,
ways
is it
to think of.
opposite symbol?
Yes. It's the opposite
Okay.
symbol.
Yeah,
I
I
get.
think that's all I needed.
Yes, it's that's what I was going through up here. Maybe I didn't make this clear, is that it's h is either the opposite symbol of this, which is how it's generally taught. But I think that that's not the best way, but that's fine. It's the opposite symbol of this.
Okay, that's
Or it's the number that makes x when you subtract, whenever you do here, you get 0. So if I put -1 in for x, -1 plus 1 is 0. Or it's the opposite of this one, which is -1. What about k?
-3. And that's all you have to do for it, or?
That's it for now.
Okay.
So let's do a couple more here. Give me hk, please.
+5.
Okay,
K is 3.
good. Let's do another one here.
H is +2. K is -2.
Good. Okay. All right. Now, the next type of thing that you'll see is what's called standard form. Okay. Standard form is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And a, b, and c are numbers. Like I'm going to give those to you. You don't have to guess them. So an example would be like y equals 2x squared plus 16x plus 2. Okay.
All right.
The vertex is done using formulas this time. So in the last problem, I asked you for the vertex over and over and over again, right? We did all these examples. And the vertex you just read off. You're like, oh, it's HK, it's HK, 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 HK. Okay.
So I do the same thing with another step now?
No, you use something totally different. X equals minus B over 2A is your vertex. So what is the value of A? What is the value of B? And what is the value of C? And I wrote them down for you.
Okay, so -16
over 2 times, what's the value of A?
4. Or I mean
2. A is 2. A is the number in front of X.
So then +4. -16 over 4.
-16 over 4. So it's -4.
Yeah.
Now that's the X coordinate of the Y of vertex. So the vertex is 2 points. Right? It's an X and a Y. So to get the Y, you have to put this number back in for X.
All right. So then when
2 parentheses -4 squared plus 16 parentheses -4 plus 2. So you have to be able to evaluate that.
Yeah.
So order of operations. Okay. You got to square before you multiply. So 16 times 2, that's 32. 16 times negative 4 is
16.
negative 64 plus 2.
Okay, and then you just solve it from there. So then
Yeah,
negative 30.
negative 30. Okay.
All right.
All right. So let's try one more here. Y equals 1/2 x squared minus 4x plus 5. Okay. And
It's
again, the
ABC,
x
right?
coordinate is minus b over 2a. Minus b over 2a. So the value of b, it takes on the operators. This is b, this is a,
Gotcha.
and then this is c. Well, you
Okay.
don't need c, but
Okay, so then
so give that a
positive
try.
4
Right?
over
Negative 4, positive 4 over,
uh
what
one
is
half.
a? 1/2.
So then 4 over 1
Yep.
equals 4.
Okay. So now I want you to put that number back in for x and get your y value.
So I multiply all the numbers by 4.
No, you square, you put 4 in for x. So,
Okay, so then would it
you're
be like
4 squared minus 4 times 4 plus 5.
so I wouldn't do anything to C. C would just stay like that.
Yeah, c, the c is just a constant.
Okay.
Um,
Um so then you'd have -2. So 4 times 4 is 16, right? So then I
okay.
do -8 minus
No, 16, you got to take a half of it.
8
Right? 8
minus
minus 16.
16 plus 5 equals 20 -20. No, I mean -8 plus 5.
This one's
Negative
positive though.
8 minus 16 is -8 plus 5 is -3.
Good. So the ordered pair is 4 comma -3.
4 comma -3. All right, yeah, I feel like this one's just like one you need the practice to get.
Yeah. So let me ask you, this will close out our lesson if you would like it to. Which is easier to find the vertex, when it's in this form or when it's in this form? Which one was easier to find the vertex? I mean, you just did this. Which did you find easier? Was it easier to read off the number, trying to help you, or calculate it?
Yeah, I guess maybe the first one, but then like the second one,
Yes, definitely
like
here.
yeah.
Vertex was much easier here. Now, if I asked you for the y-intercept, this one is easier because it's just
Yeah,
c. It's just c. Whereas this one, you have to do some other things. So thanks for letting me give you a little preview of that.
yeah, of course. And I'll probably have like plenty of extra stuff to go over for it next week.
Absolutely. Okay, we're gonna stop here. As long as you're okay with that.
Yeah,
And
sounds good
I'll
with
send
me.
you the notes and the screen recording out shortly. Thank you so much and have a great night.
Yeah, you too. See ya. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye now.